Hey guys, it's Ryan. Today's video is going to be all about smoking a Boston butt. We're going to a party this evening and about 20 people. I volunteered to bring some food, so I'm smoking 2 Boston butts. Ultimately that'll result in a bunch of pulled pork sandwiches and some coleslaw. So this is going to be a breakdown of everything I'm doing. The one thing I do want to point out to you guys, the viewers, is I am by no means an expert smoker, and this whole world of smoking meats and using this new grill that I got is a learning experience for me, and which is the reason I wanted to do these videos and do this channel. You know, I did a lot of research on the front end before I decided on a grill. I was looking at Weber's, Big Green Eggs. I ultimately ended up going with a Yoder YS640, which in a future video I'll go through the good, bad, and the ugly with that grill. But having done that research, watching videos, I kind of wanted to pay it forward for anybody else that's thinking about getting into it. They can hopefully learn from some of my experiences and things that I liked, things that I haven't liked. But back to today's video about the pulled pork. I've got 2 of them on the grill right now. They are smoking. Through the magic of editing, I'm going to show you how I kind of got there. I do want to let you guys know, if you haven't checked out the All Things Barbecue website and their YouTube page, it's called The Sauce. The chef is Chef Tom. Those videos are phenomenal. There's also a YouTuber, Baby Back Maniac, who has some really good videos, who's been really helpful, answered some of my questions. Those are two channels I watch pretty frequently. So today, you know, I'm going to go through how I trim these Boston butts, what I season them with, I inject them, and go through some of that. Before I get to trimming the meat and everything, I historically was using an iGrill 2, the Weber iGrill 2. Really good device, but today I'm actually using the Fireboard. Brand new, just got it. It's right now monitoring the temperatures within the grill and the meat. So I'm gonna, again, another video, I'll kind of go through the breakdown of what I'm using and what I've liked. And I mean, I've been doing this now maybe 6 months, and so I've had this about 6 months. This has been a great device, but I moved to something else, so kind of why and how. But yeah, check out the video. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to getting the meat on the grill. Alright guys, so what we have here is 2 8-pound Boston butts that we're gonna be trimming up. You know, a lot of people talk about leaving the fat cap on and cooking it fat cap up. You know, I watch a lot of videos and give a lot of credit to All Things Barbecue and Chef Tom. He talks about taking this fat cap off because most of the fat that is going to marinate it is all this fat that's running through it. So we're going to trim this up and just take all of it off. And again, I'm not, there's much better cooks out there. They've done this a lot longer, so this is more for those guys that are getting into it. They're not experienced, they're kind of learning as they go. That's the stage I'm at right now with this. And then once we get this all trimmed up, I'm going to inject it again. I think the fun thing about smoking meat is you get a lot of people out there that have different viewpoints on what to do and how you do it. So you can take pieces from everybody, and that's right now what I've been doing, is just watching videos and taking away some of the things that I think apply to what my goal is. So we're just gonna cut all this off. One of the things I saw in a video, and I think it was Chef Tom or it was Franklin, they were saying you want to get all this fat done while it's still cold. So I haven't let this sit out at all. I'm cutting it all down right now while it's still cold, because apparently once the fat warms up, it gets much harder to cut. And right in there you can see a lot of that silver skin. That's the stuff that you find on the ribs that people tell you to cut off because it doesn't cook down, it won't render. So that's the part I'm gonna pay a lot of attention to. Some of this on top, this is for just family cookout. I'm not gonna clean this up so it's all perfect. I think the thing that I subscribe to hearing Chef Tom talk was, you know, the goal of cutting this fat cap off is so when you season it, your seasoning gets on the meat. Whereas if you leave the fat cap on, you have one side that doesn't have any fat in it. So I'm just cutting this down. I'll probably jump in and out of this video. You guys know, in the videos like this, I'll watch them once and then I'll usually fast forward once I see somebody trim a butt. So I'll do this one and then I'll come back and show you what we're left with. I don't think you guys need to watch me trim this whole thing. It should take about 10 minutes. I've got 2 8-pound, like I mentioned, Boston butts that I'm going to trim down. But so right in here, all this fat, that's the stuff that really needs to go. And just like with my ribs, I'll usually use a paper towel once I get under it to kind of pull it off. I don't do any competitions. All the stuff I do cook-wise is just for like family things, barbecues, things like that. But this is the part right there. You can see once you get a hold of it, it just slides right off. So I'm gonna cut all that down and we'll come back in a little bit and I'll show you what we have from there. Alright guys, we're on the back side of this. Is that same 8-pound one that I've cut down on the front, gotten in all these little crevices. This is really the area. I'm going to leave these 2 pieces connected, but this back side, this area in here, this is where you have a lot of silver skin. You can see where it's connected. I'm going to leave that connected, but I'm trying to get most of this stuff off, and you can see some of it just starts to pull off. But this is the part you really want to pay attention to, because look at all that silver skin that's on here that you really want to get off. It doesn't render down, and it's gritty. So we're gonna get that off here, and then I'm gonna do the second one that I have, and then we're gonna inject it and season it and get it on the smoker. So just wanted to get back to you guys and let you know where we're at and what's going on, and we'll be done trimming these in a second. Alright, so right now I'm going through and injecting this pork with an Oak Ridge Barbecue game-changing brine and injection. And there's no real magic to this. It's kind of just going through. I try to do like a grid pattern and get everywhere. But it's simply just going through and injecting this, and you'll know when it's kind of full, and you're seeing it now, is it starts to kind of spit back out you, and you know that you've gotten every spot you can. This one's done. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this one. I found I end up needing 2 of these to do both shoulders, but really just going in, making a pocket, kind of wiggling the injector around, the needle around, and then injecting, and you'll see it kind of inflate. It'll spit back out at you. That's kind of it. So we'll finish this, and then I'll do the seasoning and get on the smoker. Alright, so we got these injected. You can see kind of there's a lot of fluid that's kind of come out, which is alright. I'm just going to go ahead and shake some seasoning on here. This is Our Butts Are Smoking Ozark Heat. I'm not going to put a lot of this on because it's got some heat to it, and this is going to be a mix for adults and kids, but I do like how this tastes and how it has a little bit of heat to it, so we will get a little bit on here, but then I'm going to go heavy on something else. So this is the first time I've used this. This is a butt rub that I see all over the place. So I figured, let me try it on this one and see how it comes out. And I wouldn't feel bad. Like, you want to get in all these crevices. You don't want to miss anything. I'll get that when I flip it over. But you really want to be generous with this. And make sure you cover all the areas. We're going to do all of this. I'm going to let this set for a couple minutes. Actually, I'm going to move it back to the cutting board. I'm going to let this set up for a minute. Usually like 10 minutes, you let kind of the seasoning get into the meat before you flip it and do the other side. And especially since there's fluid in the bottom of this pan, I'm going to let this set for about 10 minutes. You see right here how it's starting to look wet. That's when you see this whole top seasoning portion looks wet, then you know you're good. So I'm going to let this set up for 10 minutes, flip it over, season the other side, let it set while I get the grill finish being set up, and then we'll throw them on and go from there. Throw these on. I'm cooking these on a Yoder YS640 pellet grill, and I've got it set at 250. Nothing special. I'm going to throw these on here, get the meat probes in, let them smoke for probably 4 hours, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to throw these on and check back in with you guys after this is all set up. All right. So these pulled pork, these two bone-in butts are sitting about 125, so I'm going to spray them down. I'm going to shift them a little bit because this is kind of in my hot area. And all this is a mixture of water and apple cider vinegar. So get these sprayed down real well. I don't want them, the color's looking pretty good. I don't want to mess that up at all. So I'm going to get this one up. Slide it down, slide this one over here. There we go, there's that. The temperature probes I'm using are just the fireboard temp probes that I just got. Make sure those are sitting in there pretty nice. Like I said, the side on the right is much hotter than over the firebox, so spray these a little bit more. And we should be good. I'll let these sit for about another 2 hours, and then we'll wrap them up. Thanks. Alright, so these have been on about 4 hours. Temperature is about 140. I'm going to take a little test to see where these are at. 145, 138, 36, 137. So yeah, we're sitting at 145, 143. So the bark on these is really good. So I'm going to get these wrapped. I'm going to move this here. So I can still monitor the temperature. This one's not bad, but I'm going to move it as well. Really in the meaty part. I don't want to be close to that bone, because that I think will give me a wrong temp. So I'm going to put this on here. This is the juice I used before. I'm going to put a little bit of this on there. Cook it a little bit. I'm going to wrap this really tight. I don't want any air in there. I'm actually going to wrap this twice. The goal here is to really get as much of the air out as I can. And then I'm going to take the temperature up as well. Rest of this on there. And think for the first like 4 hours, my goal is to really get a good bark on it. So that nice mahogany color that I'm looking for. It'll be a little bit tricky with that temp probe on there, which is why I ideally want to wrap it twice. This to ensure none of that steam and all that air gets out of there. Well, that's done. On it pretty good. Put this back on here. I'm gonna knock up this temperature to 300. That's what I love about this grill. I can set the temperature and I don't have to manage the fire all day, so I can go about my business, do what I need to do. So I'm gonna leave that on for like another 2 hours. Temperature I want to get to about 205, and then I'll pull it. Hey guys, so here we are 2 days after the cookout, and my very first video will go down as, I guess not a failure, but a learning experience. From a food standpoint, it was great. The food came off great, it looked great, the feedback was phenomenal. I think the biggest struggle I have as still learning and being a novice at this is timing of everything. When do I put it on? How long is it going to take? And when do I need it by? And for this past cookout was at 6. I wanted to have it at 2:05 around 5 o'clock so I could let it rest for about 30 minutes to an hour. 5:30 rolls around, we're at about 195. So I left it on until just before 6 and then had to rush out the door to this cookout, let it sit in the cooler for about 30 minutes before I shredded it and everything else. So long story short, I left the camera at home. I have no end result to share with you. But it's a learning experience. I was going to scrap this, but I figure I'll post it anyway, let you guys check out what I do have. I am going to share some of the outtakes because, like I said, this is the first time I've done this, and there's a lot to be learned from it. So appreciate you guys checking it out. Hopefully you'll keep an eye on my channel as I'll be posting more stuff in the very near future. Take care. Hey everybody, it's Ryan, and you can't see me. Hey guys, it's Ryan. Hey guys, it's Ryan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey guys, it's Ryan. Welcome to my YouTube. Why can't I say YouTube? YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube. Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. YouTube. Man, oh man. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome to my YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube. I'm gonna create a new website. It's called YouTube. Hey everybody, this is Ryan. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, are you gonna stop it? Hey everybody, welcome to my, that's so lame. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. And today we're gonna be talking about Boston butt and Boston butt. Is it going? Hey guys, it's Ryan. My daughter's in the background making a ton of noise on her iPad. Can you stop it?